How you doing, GG? But it's kind of a short proc minute. We're just testing the mastery rogue today after pumping yesterday on the full Versa rogue. Because yesterday we were playing full Versa with lingering. We had like 30% Versa and it felt really good. A lot of the hero talents were doing like 7 to 8% of my dam. Now we're going the full other way and we're going full mastery with symbolic again and flag again. Just to kind of see the max number difference. But I had a 1-9 mil on a squishy with no flag, no symbolic, and like only 70 or 60 something percent mastery. So I don't know. We've only played like one game of mastery, but it's kind of just viewer twos. This guy was kind of cloning too much and died, but I gotta fix my UI still too. Shit. He's getting me. Not like this. Gonna be a short day, but yeah.
Let's kick it off for the day.
I'll tag it. That, ooh, the actual gifts with it. You can do TTS with the messages too. You don't have to use your channel points for it. Because like it should be like baked into just giving subs itself, like in the sub message. Oh yeah. We can one-shot this guy in like 10. Actually, he has Trinket. I doubt he gets one-shot, but... And... Maybe I just go healer then. It was a bad bomb. Thought I'd get the dance cheap shot. But I got earth grabbed. So overall, my DPS is much lower. Definitely feel a little squishier. Even though I'm only really missing 8 to 9% Versa. So like 4 to 5% damage reduction. Love me some Thunderstorm. I think Deathstalker is better. It definitely doesn't feel buffed at all if you're playing heavy mastery with symbolic. Because it's this build, it went up by like 1%. 1% more. Maybe even 2%. With the other build, all of the pad things went up by like 4 to 5%. Because there's just more modifiers at stake for the 45% buff. When you're playing full Versa and lingering and deeper daggers and 10% extra Versa than this. The Druid missed the cute. DD, profile sharing, export. Not sure how I didn't get stacks from that first Shadow Strike. It was weird. We update the Discord too with the add-ons channel. That was first. turn to miss the cute? No, okay. Oh, I tried to disarm that, but... Don't let him get a big growth on me. Break the blind, hell yeah. How you doing, Amso? Yeah, 1.9 mil there. I mean, I guess it's non-T. We're gonna craft something. Armies. Everyone got to go home because of a fight? Wait, what? Max Versa versus Max Mastery. I'm having better results with Max Versa. You can't feel the hero talent buff at all as Max Mastery. It's like a 1% difference versus like a 6% difference. Did I not get everything out of the mail? Okay. I need to get another socket too. We don't have catalyst charges. Fuck. That's really bad. I fucked up. And I don't have the thing to recraft my chest piece. Again, back to what it was. And I can't have 3 embellishments. I mean, I guess I can temporarily do this. This is fine. Thought we had more catalyst charges by now. I did a lot of world PvP and other gear, but I wanted to make the super heavy mastery boots. It's brutal. Maybe next week there's another catalyst charge. Holiday gift for the homies. I appreciate it. Thank you, Donovan. We gotta get some more 2s on the books eventually. Have a good Thanksgiving. I mean, I guess I could just remake the belt, and I have to socket it again. Better off just remaking the chest piece with a couple hundred conquest without the, since I don't have the things to recraft. I wanted the heavy mastery boots, I just didn't realize I was out of catalyst charges. Because I crafted, did world PvP gear originally on this character. But there's a charge next week. I guess if I want to test this full mastery, I'll have to do it on the other rogue then. Which means I need 5 billion more sockets. Because that one still has catalyst charges on the Nahj ski. I just have to farm a necklace and 2 sockets for that, another ring and 2 sockets for that. And then the bracers in a socket for that, and the goggles in a socket for that. I'm never gonna get to getting my Hunter and Windwalker gear, dude. Just want to have like 2 different subsets to test. And an Outlaw set on all my rogues. Yeah, I got some family plans tomorrow, yeah. I'm excited. Might be in too much of a food coma to stream, but yeah, it is what it is. Didn't T there, oops. How that broke, but okay. We'll play the next go. When it's for this, yeah. At least they break it.
Woodlift let me resub a week ago.
That's weird.
Working now though.
Probably dead here. I had lethal with dual this global, but yeah, thank you so much for the prime though. For some reason, it also like didn't do the note in my chat either. That's the weird thing. Oh, it did on like the actual Twitch dashboard, but not my streamer bot thing. That's weird. Appreciate you, man. Hope you have a good holidays tomorrow. We're on like game 2 or 3. I'm just doing some viewer 2s. But my UI isn't fully set up how I want on this WoW. It is on the Nahj one, because I played that one more yesterday. But I'm still kind of recovering from my SSD dying on Monday and having to take Monday off and not having everything backed up perfectly, so. So my UI and stream settings and all that aren't really exactly how I fully want it, but. A monster. Our team macros because this one's bugged. Just drag it to my bar. Stop. Still need to spec out of tricks. If I over backstab there, I'm gonna accidentally waste a T. Oh, he did drop combat there, but. Tried to gouge that, but couldn't. Tried to meld that, but I couldn't. I had sap there. Did the blind off the kick. Yeah, we got lay though. I'm not gonna have T for this next Blades flag, but. You can't buy the old elite sets. He gets to pre-parry that because flag is too telegraphed. I'd bomb and duel for that. Play some Outlaw. I played Outlaw the other day. I'm not really in an Outlaw mood. It's boring. I gotta copium as hard as I can on these sub buffs for a few days, even though they do nothing. Flag good for threes. It just depends on how hard of a clickbait number you want. I mean, I tolerate Outlaw way more than I tolerate him, so. And it is the best for pushing in every bracket. It's just boring. I don't know. I hate having zero burst. You're just playing an Ellie Shaman that can't accidentally 50-0 someone. You're like an Ellie Shaman that gets excited for 6 procs in a row that do 20% of someone's health total. For the whole entire chain of procs. Oh shit, I got a proc, I get to hit for 600k. Oh, I get to hit for 600k again. It's so boring just being pure sustained damage, little tiny hits adding up. You're just a mobile support tank. Yeah. I don't know. It's still more fun than Asa because at least you're playing around CC. And you're like, you know, Spider-Man grappling over, kidneying the healer, grappling back. You're doing shit all over the place, but like, yeah, it's just, there's no, oh, I soloed this guy exciting moment, you know? Even 10 Common Plant Killing Spree does like 1 million damage. No problem, Tox. Appreciate it. Blade and miscue again. Yes, we got it. You shiv us up now. There is a bug with it where it gives you another symbolic, but that's how Asa applies symbolic, is with Shiv, but it's not worth it. Still haven't spec'd out our tricks. The fear. Step kick in a second. feared. Can you that? Maybe one shot this guy kind of soon. A little scary for my druid here, but strength. I wish he didn't keep cloning there. I would have had a sap. He cloned like halfway through my blind that I stunned before. Still try to one-shot this guy in 10. Hopefully he gets me. Getting feared off this probably. That was there from the bash, I guess. Got my druid, JK my macro for it still isn't set up. Getting double feared here. He doesn't have fear for 20 actually. I don't remember him wasting fear, but I'll take it. Well, the druid can 2-0 him with a rupture? No. Please get me not like this. He's gonna live, man, and I wasted all my buttons. How does a Darkest Night of this with everything, with no cheat death, not 10-0 the guy? Lesnar, thank you so much for the resub. There's nothing like playing a sub rogue without like a dragon or a mistweaver or a priest to just carry your damage. You wanna go for some VOD review snafu? I can get you. It's not a weak guard, it's better blizz frames. You can just color code anything or just make certain buffs always be the first buff and larger and stuff like that. Really good. And it's my dark mode for the UI. Combat indicator, old school combo points, party cast bars. It's like pretty much the majority of my UI. Better blizz frames and better blizz plates. Imports for them are in the Discord. Did my Rogasa having a blast? I mean, yeah, it just depends on the matchups, right? Yeah, hopefully Classic dims down kind of soon. No, I like hanging out with my family. It's fun. I just don't get enough time. Vika's always been good, even since he was really young on Dark Spear. Sorry, my YouTube chat was broken. I had to just get caught up with it. It likes to auto sign itself out. I have to like sign in and out of YouTube for it to merge them properly. I didn't realize. Let me see. Platforms, YouTube. Got a 2.1 there. That must have had low verse. One Vanish, one T. I don't think one Vanish is that good, personally. At best, you're adding a couple 100k damage. I would rather be energy starved than restun starved, dance charge starved, and just, you know, squishier. Because all the healers in shuffle are really bad usually, so. You're never gonna get a dispel. People are gonna peel your air horn the exact same way. They're not gonna get one shot, and you're just gonna have less control over the game. Like, generally when I just go full Versa and play Subterfuge and go full Avi Dance mode, it goes much better in Shuffle than, like, trying to one-shot someone. Like, Outlaw, I'm getting a little bored of Outlaw. I used to tolerate it more than Asset because he still CC'd as it, but it's just boring having no burst. You're just a tank support spec Ogvoker running around giving people tricks and haste, and that's it. Freaking out that you got to spam 600Ks because you got good RNG. Why am I still tricks? Excellent. I use Secret Tech whenever I could fit it in the rotation, yeah. Sometimes I try to pad it towards the end of the go, though, when I have stacks of Macabre, but... I thought he was gonna bash. Saw him running at the healer, but... I accidentally auto-wasted a T because backstab. Wait. No, I've been AFK for way too long. Might as well at this point. We just put the guy on DR. I guess I have to go healer then. That sucks, but... Love that. And he just gets deleted. I don't even know what that hit him for. It was a truck. That was a 2.4 plus a 700. It is not intentional. It's just I have still fixing a million things with my UI. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, you added the shadow of this, so that's like a 3 million of this right there. Just 48 Odin. In stone bulwark. How's bro sitting there? I mean... Yeah, full Versa, no flag, no mastery. Oh, I have some mastery. But yeah, I'm just sitting there, triple sap this guy, duel this guy, stun this guy, you know. Off focus cheap shot for more micro CC. Like, DR focus cheap shot out of a focus cheap shot. Like, it's whatever you gotta do to just be as annoying as possible in between your step kicks. Don't care about your damage at all. That's kind of the way to play Shuffle, to be honest. Just full CC bot. Tapping trinket, JK binding shot. One heal. Flag is room. I think flag is too clunky in general. I'm just playing it right now for as a control to yesterday. Yesterday we were destroying everything. It was great. Similar DPS to here. We're going from full Omega Versary lingering to full Omega Mastery T. And we're just kind of comparing the numbers as like a control. But this isn't even full Omega Mastery because I need another Catalyst charge. So I can put my crafted belt back on and get the pure Mastery boots. But I'm like out of Catalyst charges from doing World PvP tier early in the season. Hopefully next week is another charge. I don't know if it's 2 weeks from now or next week. Yeah, I like the Versa build. That's what I was playing yesterday. About an Outlaw? I don't think so. There's a reason nobody plays sub. It's pretty extinct. Like, there might be 1 or 2 niche matchups where it's playable, but for the most part, there's a reason the highest Outlaw in the entire, like, NA shuffle is me at 2500. When every other spec is like 2.7. If you're like a rank 100 hunter, you're basically a top 5 sub rogue. Not using anything here because he used his crit immune. So there's no point. I really gotta spec out of tricks. It's been like 10 games now of me forgetting. Bring a turtle. And revival. Huge overlap. Farm dance charges on the pet while I wait. Farm a finality on this. Kidney into a blind in a sec. On his Aura Mastery. Guy stays combat for no reason, so no sap. So no head. Actually just dead here, I think. Nice clone, that might just win us the game. I get trapped frame 1 of my dance. Feels bad. That's wrong. That's a different week where I need to make. Key rate. Oh, it roll checked. Oh, that guy has to go. All right, we'll get someone new in. Or no, we need actual power number. This percent could be a variable. Oh. Less than or equal to what's a scary number? 40 is when it wastes it, right? Or is it 30? 30. So I think 60. Maybe even 70. I think 70 is a closer. Maybe we even get rid of the. Get the priest in. We'll get the monk in next, but maybe we even get rid of the icon. Just do text. Or put care. They're just trying to dumb it down for PvE, but it was a terrible change. Because you can't, like, opt out of it or anything. That's kicks, thanks, man. You're back a sec, though. Mm. 2% turtle, man. Pick the clone here in a sec. Guys lived at like 8% like 6 different times. They're actually sizable changes. If you go full Avi Dance, 30% Versa lingering. Then it's actually like a free like 7% overall pad. Like Deathstalker mark becomes like 8% instead of like 4. Hunt them down and corrupt the blood go to like 7%. And like probably throughout a go you almost gain 1 million. Cause like the extra every finisher you're basically getting an extra 100+ K on Deathstalker's mark. Maybe even 150K on that. But when you're playing full Omega Mastery with Symbolic, it doesn't change really that much at all, yeah. There's just less modifiers for it to be buffed by. I didn't even see that, oops. The haste shit would have only been okay with Trickster, but it wasn't even pretty copium. It just... Ow. Way too loud. Didn't realize I had volume trying to replay the replay. I wanted to see why I fucked that opener up. If I can get the catalyst boosts with heavy mastery and then get NG another socket for NG bracers and then put my crafted belt back on, we could probably get close to 97 mastery maybe. Guy stays combat the entire fear for no reason. Love to see it. You can cancel that because I already sapped. I don't have anything off that though. Base survival. I have one shot really soon. He pre-walls air. He has Dragon Rage again soon, I think. Accidentally wasted T, I think. Yeah. Could have waited on duel here. I think I might still just kill without CC though. The guy had no life cocoon or revival. Gonna get the null, Matt. That doesn't matter. No, there's situations where I can hit a target dummy for 7 million that would hit a player for like 2 million. It's not an accurate way to test anything. The only thing you can do is literally dual box and duel yourself. This is what I did to get all the numbers I tested on TR. Only 1.6. That's really low for everything, but. I think the Versa is better, personally. There's just less that can go wrong. This is just I'm doing viewer twos. Like high-end shuffle, I'm just gonna get peeled on every single air horn. And I would rather be energy starved than restun and dance charge starved. Just do good micro CC and, you know, get the 4 win off of, you know, cheesing one time. But the Hunter Ellie didn't 6-0. Or healer diff didn't 6-0. C's get degrees. I'm kidding. It depends. If they like pre-crit immune first global, probably not. If I get peeled, probably not.
This is from yesterday, but this message won't go away.
That's weird. It just wants the TTS to go off. I waste a T, I guess. Maybe I set the warning at... I don't know, if I'm not playing 200 energy, it's like 80 is already way too high. But I guess I only play this as T. Probably fine. Could even do 100. Isn't Fire MP a bit decent? No. That's nice. I like actually that. Maybe I make it larger though. Bro, that MC fucked me so hard. There goes my nuke. And we got paints up anyway, it's fine. Dodge the double fear. Good penance. Okay. Penance. Get shockwave 0.1 on my flag. And should just die here. How do you stop panicking? Make another character of the same class and just alternate playing your ult till it passes your main and then playing your main till it passes your ult. Bang, my bad, dude. Might just give them the opener even though it's bad. Like that burst was me playing full Versa. Same burst more or less. The eviscerate actually was pretty low. Shouldn't be though. That last game I didn't. The last game I was wearing 60 mastery, 30 Versa. But yeah, this game I just put the mastery back on. I was just being scared for sub rogue versus sub rogue class envy. The guy's not dispersing. He got kicked on Shadow. Yeah, I just have sap 1, 2, 3 as alt of my focus 1, 2, 3. And then I also just put target in there in case they get combat, and I just want to insta target them so I can gouge them or something. And then normal target 1, 2, 3 is scroll wheel, and then normal focus 1, 2, 3 is ZXC. It's a new build, no flag. It's just personal preference. A lot of people are still playing it, some people aren't. I tend to just play cleaner without it. I mean, I do the same thing on Europe too. That's just viewer twos in general. 2s is just like an everyone carrying everyone bracket. People just play for cap. think the hardest I've seen is like a 2.7 weeks ago, but well, sure. Four is better than two. The tier sets? No. Depends on the build. Maybe with Trickster it can be, but like Trill plays it. But yeah, he's the only one that plays it. Ugh. I had to sap the trinket, but it still doesn't turtle. Okay. CDs beneath you? Like enemies CDs? Or what do you mean beneath me? Like below the target frame? Like rotational stuff? Or do you mean like the actual enemy CDs like above my action bars? That's just Omnibar. That's an add-on called Omnibar. Yeah, all my rogues are Night Elf now. Yeah, it is. It's on the Discord. I'll probably have to link because I don't think the chatbot to YouTube works for it, but we'll see. Yeah, there's a add-ons channel in there that has all a lot of my UI stuff. Tried to meld. It's a proc though, right? Not actual active. Probably not good. Like Night Elf is just mandatory, especially with Subterfuge. Even Dragon's nice that it's 2.5% mastery instead of like 1% crit or haste that Night Elf has. Or Human just getting a couple extra percent mastery in Versa in Season 4. Generally, Night Elf is just utility. Really important. Seems like a shittier like proc in general, because like it doesn't scale like throughout the expansion either, so it'll get worse every season. Like even I think Mechanome is like more permanent scaling, right? Aggro. Duel them defensively. They're super all in, so. Get bopped aggro a second time. Dude, this guy is just maximum smorkage. I'm actually gonna die too. Kill the guy in 20 when I have CDs, because they've already bopped aggro twice and I BF'd aggro. You just have to live a little longer, but he might not. I have to just go now to peel. He's gonna trinket aggro here probably. It's kind of bad actually. I still got my stacks. We're killing. God, paladins are a joke. It's always obnoxious just fighting how many defensive CDs they have. They can bop aggro twice and then still have like 3 other backup plants. IBF aggro, double bop aggro, and then they just still just have like lay on hands to save the day. Probably dead here. Not sure what I'm dying to. He has IBF aggro again for this go. Couldn't have wasted my gouge. That's so cringe, actually. But I peel that actually really well, and that they literally waste every single button aggro, and they just don't die, because they just heavily enhance as like their 7th backup CD, because H-Pals are just a dampening, boring, uninteractive healer. It's always unfortunate when like H-Pal is good. It's like, you know, it buffs Crusader's ego, when, you know he doesn't need that. And then like it's just makes the game so just cooldown tradey because like your goes actually don't matter. Like, oh, I have this really good go where they just have no trinkets. Oh, never mind, you just bopped out of it. The 5th trinket, by the way. And they're just boring to play with because the games are like 10 minutes long because you can't die, but they also just don't help you kill anything. As much as people like to yell big damn judge, they're not actually doing anything, whereas like a dragon or a priest or a monk is like bursting someone for millions. Like dragons actually do more burst than I do as the sub rogue gonna go when I'm playing like Rogue Boomy. The dragon will just 40-0 someone. I'm like, okay. I'll just give them the opener even though it's bad. Not gonna wait like 2 minutes. Double symbols for supercharge stays. No kick for Clone. He's topped anyway. So we just line in AFK. I don't have damage for like 30 anyway. Priest might stun me lining my healer, which kind of sucks, so I need to come back in his line. Try to fake fade, but he's just not doing it. He's just spamming clone for my trinket. He clones the MD. Could have evasion that. Sook, thank you for the resub. Hope everything's been going good with learning Outlaw and all that. His first fake cast in 3 minutes feels bad. Evasion for Dammer deck. No step kick that. I'll kick this though. Still have my vanish. I just don't want to press. I have to press it though. Try to gouge that, but he turned it. That was a good turn. I don't get a re-insap out of this, so. Good that we just line here. I have damage in like 10. There's an incarn. I have to just go now or I die. Probably still die. Defensively bombing myself. Sucks because now I have to really power farm a dance. So I line up with all my CDs, but honestly did not think his second incarn was back already. Defensive blind in 3. Of course, I get bash cloned on flag. Into a root. Look, all the Holy Priest dam. Waste a T passively, but at least I still get to kind of do something with it. No gouge for this one. But just run. Phage for Dam Reduc, even though he doesn't have bash. There's another incarn. I have a vanish in 1. Spamming it. No shield, so I come out. Okay with this clone, it's a free ice block. He's gonna trinket this kidney. Probably still just dead. Yeah. I was just testing lingering with like the full Versa. Right now I'm testing full mastery with symbolic. Yeah, I have both set up. I'm just getting a control, testing the number diff, you know. Versa seems better, in my opinion. Just lets you play cleaner. You don't get like counter pressured on your own go and like panic. I think in general T is just really clunky because people just cooldown trade and peel the air horns anyway. So you might as well just have more quality of life throughout the game. Instead of just trying to cheese. But right now I'm playing to cheese. I mean, the hero talents get buffed by a lot more with Versa and Lingering than they do as this build. You don't feel the buff at all with the Mastery build. My bad, they're every 30 minutes. Putting 80, yeah. The 80 HE. Yeah, it's just kind of like, that's asking me what your favorite color is, you know? It's just play with a healer generally, and you're gonna have a better experience in twos. But don't take twos seriously. It's just like a bracket for capping. You're gonna fight rank ones even at 2k. Just gives you more honor, which is good for farming sockets and stuff. You can buy them on the auction house. Usable in arena. Alright, we just give them the opener. I don't want to wait. Finished his kidney. And trinket. Sorry, my subterfuge. I don't get big corroded. Blinded the dot off so I could gouge. I thought it was half though, not a quarter. Might be dead here. Nice PS. I don't think they'll ever make Plague give combo points. It's designed to be clunky and shit. And then your balance is usually just balanced around if what if people go AFK for 20 seconds and let you swap 2 different people with your entire blades. I mean, at least it's nerfed now, so it's like less downside not to play it, but Plague damage buff does almost nothing for like mastery builds that don't play lingering. But if you go lingering with full Versa, it's pretty sizable buff. Kinda. Maybe like 7% overall. Like I saw a 450 Deathstalker's mark before with lingering. I mean, it would also be just playing like Subterfuge instead of T, probably, for just quality of life, but... And dropping flag for just deeper daggers. This is kind of how I was playing it. Yeah, it's just too smooth. Even if your damage is lower, but then you just be a good support bot, it doesn't matter. Right now I'm just like replaying full cheesy, clunky, Swifty one-shot just to like kind of get a control of the numbers and see what's different. But I feel like a lot of times like you get into this weird situation where the numbers are identical even though you're supposed to do twice as much damage. Because you're always comparing what the peak Swifty one-shot is into a defensive CD. Where it's like, oh, they just always wall while stunned every stun of the game practically. You know, it feels like that you actually have CDs. And in reality, it's like if you just do a bunch of cleaner goes, you force those CDs and then you get like the real go at some point in the game, you know, instead of just trying to brute force kill through it. Yeah, there's just like less chores and it feels smoother, yeah. World doesn't actually apply combat. The time stop actually fucked me. There we still got a 1.6 mil. Without flag. That one was symbolic though. We get there in time. What's bad? Might just be dead. He pressed one of his 2 win cards. It's combat, so I don't get a sap. Doesn't bear that? That's insane. Might still just be dead here. Eventually bomb myself. Swap and Guardian proc, I think. Like, see how much smoother that is than like trying to play T, and then just getting like mass entangled or typhooned or something goes wrong, and then I'm just like so AFK. Like I'm stuck at the pillar way more, but then I'm just playing, you know, the verse mastery, and I'm just doing more DPS. Deathstalker's mark is pumping way harder. This was with without even playing lingering. I still got a 350. Like it scales so much better with the hero talents, I feel like. I mean, go for it. No, this was the last game was Versa. We lost into that team twice playing T and Mastery. And then the other game we still got a 1.6 mil with no flag. And no Mastery. I mean, they're depending on what build you play, they don't exist. Like if you play like the one-shot builds, the buff did nothing. You pretty much have to drop flag for deeper daggers and drop symbolic for lingering and wear like an extra 10+% Versa and lose like 30+ mastery for it to feel the buff at all. Because otherwise you got like a 1% extra damage on a couple 4% damage things instead of like 4% damage on like 3 or 4 different things. Like hunt them down is like 5% of my dam when I'm playing mastery. Granted, it kind of yeah. Sometimes it's cozy to go full L mode, dude. You go Versa build? I think yeah. Why not? Not you can have a heavier mastery gear set, but I think playing without flag and stuff is clean. The thing is, though, I'm talking about the not the percentage, but the value per proc. But yeah, I guess there could be a moment where the stars aligned average high proc might be influenced by like having a weapon enchant up, or just having your modifiers up, and actually getting to stick on your target with the modifiers, and then proccing it multiple times during like a big go. Versus, oh, I got peeled a bunch, and these are all averages of proccing it between goes. But yeah. Now, I can't ever play Depths. I might even drop Depths on Outlaw, even though it's insanely broken on Outlaw. Just because I hate it not letting me gouge. I run over and do like a little micro cheap shot, and then it procs like first auto attack, and then I just can't gouge off of it. Like, it's just so down bad. Normally I could just like only focus cheap shot in that scenario, but then even then it's like, what if I want to just like build combo points and like fake hit this guy like 2 globals and then stun swap, and then come back and gouge off the stun? I just can't. Yeah, I mean, I was doing really well in Shuffle. We went on the Nahj key. I think we went like 34 and 12 or something. And it's like 1 or 2 lobbies from passing my #1 character. We won pretty much most of our lobbies. We didn't get below a 3-win. We were doing way better on that character than my other rogues that go like 3 or 4 wins every lobby. And don't really ever get any 5 or 6s. But I also could have just been lucky, because Shuffle is just gambling. I'm gonna reincept this. Let's get double X up again. I think we might be dead here through paints up. I have the biggest karma dot from nuking into that without cloak. Yeah, we just let them get way too many double leg sweeps. It's gonna spread the whole game, but yeah, we also missed like 2 fears on the Mistweaver. Windwalker busted? No. The buffs don't really do anything for Subrogue, Windwalker, Holy Priest, or Fire Mage, or DH. You still barely ever see them at all, and Hunters are still like 90% of the ladder on both regions, so. This is a little lower because it's fewer 2s. Actually, I guess that was 2-2. We won a few. You can have 2 lenses, yeah, they stack. 2 lenses is this. Was it to do with prowl macros? That's what I kind of saw on Reddit. That you can't have like a stealth rake macro. Yeah, you can't have more than 2 embellishments. It's got a good trick. I'm just chilling. I think it does, yeah, trick. It lets me lower my spell queue window because I can mash way harder. Yeah, even when you have the bug, you can't even type /cast prowl or drag it from your spell book either. Doesn't matter if you have all of your add-ons off too. People were saying it's bartender, but it's not. I think it's just if you manage to like do a stealth stun. With like a macro that like tries to double stealth while you're like already in stealth. It's, you know, it's like if you do like your Incarn stealth stun and you like have meld stealth or something like that, I don't know. That's kind of what causes it maybe, but try not to have prowl in your rake or rake in your prowl and see if that helps, but I was getting the same issue and that's why I stopped playing Feral. Because it happened to me for a couple months. Happened to me 6 lobbies in a row. I was just like, oh, I just can't stealth. But I think if you just change that, it might work. This is what I've been playing most with the heavy Versa. This is the team that just bops aggro twice. Get the Windwalker going, Prada. I was so far away from that because I stepped away, but okay. There's blind in 15. Probably get bubble here, JK. We're just dead. Another game I tried going DK. It didn't feel good. I just went through like 70 Pally CDs. And Blades really soon, but does Blind go really soon? He's gonna grip me for it. Eventually I'll move my character, because Paladins just have perma freedom the entire game. I need to move my Deathstalker stacks though, before I blind. Trinkets aggro, Bops aggro, IBF's aggro as usual. I think we're still just dead. Line of sight that, but it hits me anyway. %60 dampening. Game's gonna start. Bomb this so I don't get gripped when the kidney's over. G's off it, but that's fine too. Guy still has bubble and probably another bop. I need to retrack Icebound, it's not being tracked. I know he used it. Getting gripped here. We're just dead because I have a rupture on this guy, so I can't really peel. Nice fear. He's on Forb, so he can die without bubbling now. If I ever move. Blind in 5, but I think we're dead here. Just gonna do a DR blind, I don't even care. Yeah. Best I can do to try to peel it. Yeah, that's really hard, is like if you were to, cause like the guy is just permanently freedomed and I'm permanently slowed. So I can't even really chase him around pillar. Even if the DK doesn't do good grips and just lets me like restep them and stuff. If I was Outlaw though, I'd be like, I'd win that no matter what, like almost 1v2. Be really easy. Wouldn't really care about getting gripped or changed when I could just grapple 4 times. Yeah, probably one more and I'm probably gonna call it. I gotta get some pre-Thanksgiving stuff plans going and then I have some more Thanksgiving plans tomorrow. So. Probably LG. Hopefully it's a more fun matchup. I'm just testing both out. I think in like twos, lingering probably isn't good. In shuffle, I think it can be. Just because you're not multi-rupturing enough. Cheers is like way more like kind of go based, because and you want to kill on the goes. Because you just get peeled less because there's like no third man that always rotates his trinket well with like an external CD. Playing Howl and not Coil, so I don't have to worry about ever DFAing anything. Trinket. Out of combat, he gets back in combat. DFA his port in a second. I just do it. Okay, that's DR. Probably should have though. Sometimes it is good to care. Pulse DFA to port. Just interrupt, just to be annoying. Out of combat, he gets back in combat. Blade soon. You pay the leg sweep. Get disarmed. Might just be dead air to air. By air, I mean the whole Legion army just shooting me. I'll do one more canned on that one. two really unfun matchups in a row, but let's just choose. Ox just sits in the middle of the map as a goblin. Doesn't fake a single kick. Doesn't even play coil. Wastes half his dark packs. I play on 800 DPI. Generally, mice that advertise DPI and are like, this mouse can go to 50,000 DPI, you know, they're just cringe voice intended. It's like trying to sell you a car that can go 700 miles an hour when there's a speed limit on the freeway. You know, like you just don't need it. Because then you're gonna move your mouse a quarter of an inch and it's gonna go to your fucking 5th monitor. From moving it this much. And it's not gonna have any control and you're gonna kill your wrists trying to do these little like 0.3 millimeter adjustments. And it's just gonna kill your wrist. But if you play on low DPI like 800, you can do full arm movement and it's just way less stress on your wrist. But it depends on how light your mouse is. So with like a lot of the kind of really ultralight kind of mice, the ones that are like, you know, like with Final Mouse and like a bunch of knockoff ones like Beast X and stuff like that. I think SteelSeries also has like a really light one as well. But generally anything that's like 30 to 40 grams, you can do pretty low DPI. But if you have like a heavy ass MMO mouse that's like over 100 grams, then yeah, you probably play like 1100 or 1600 DPI. Just to like kind of make up for the fact that the mouse is heavier. WoW is not really an aim tracking game, so. The GMK Pulse. I mean, at the end of the day, Just play what you're comfortable with on your mouse, you know? Like, there's no set DPI number. Because WoW is also not really an FPS. Just whatever you're comfortable to slowly click on a totem to kill it with, you know? If you need to, like, kill a grounding or something. Or kill a Sight Fiend, you know? Rats, man. The keyboard's amazing. The only downside of wooting is like how long it takes to originally get it. But like once you do get it, it's night and day. I love it. Nah, I like the Lecker V2 switches that come with the wooting. Are the Gion Raw even Hall effect? Otherwise, it would be a waste to put that in a wooting. It is a Hall effect. I just googled it. Okay. But yeah, I did the 45 gram variant of these because I like lighter switches. Because there's a 60 and a 45 gram. I did the lighter springs too. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break and go get ready for some like pre-Thanksgiving plans and then some Thanksgiving stuff tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great holidays. And then we'll be back testing some more stuff on Friday. GG's.